So when it comes to Zenlesszonezero, there are 5 key mistakes to absolutely avoid at all costs. And I'm already seeing some players do these 5 mistakes, and it's going to really bite them in the ass in the long run. So let's talk about it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kit to the 7th, and I'll be your host today. So, not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Mistake number 1 is do not farm drive disk yet. Now, at the time of recording, I am level 24. I've been away, guys. I had some family issues, but I will be grinding the ever-living fuck out of this game to catch up, and I probably will spend a little bit of currency to refresh. But as a content creator, I feel like I'm justified to do so I can make sure I'm giving you guys the most accurate info and the best content possible. But don't do what I do, okay? It's not worth to refresh, and it is definitely not worth to farm drive disk yet. Now, what are drive disk? For people who don't know, drive disk are these in equipment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where you put your drive disk. If you come from Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail, it's the exact equivalent of artifacts or relics. Now, you would think you would want to get your characters their drive disk pretty early on, because that's how you're gonna increase their crit rate, crit damage, and every other attribute that they need to be successful. Well, this is a Hoyo game, and that is a terrible idea. Farming for drive disk right now is a terrible thing to do. Do not. Until you hit minimum, and I mean minimum 35, but realistically, honestly, I would say 40. I would say 40 until you hit Internaut level 40. So all the way, I don't even have it unlocked yet. But until you hit Internaut level 40, I would not farm drive disk at all. At all. It is just a complete waste. You're not going to get anything good. You can use your stamina much, much better. Now, the second key mistake that I see a lot of players are already not doing is not stocking up on valuable resources. And what do I mean by valuable resources? Well, here I am at the HIA Center. Let's talk to Bertha. And this is where you come for your basic material, agent promotion, W engine modification, and your agent skills. These are valuable resources that I need you guys to stock up on. And I mean stock up on them badly, especially your basic material. When we get into the later parts of the game and we have to max level our characters, max level their weapons, you're going to be hurting for these materials. And since it is not valid to farm for drive disk yet, please stock up on these materials instead. You will save so much pain and agony if you stock up on them now. Because when the future comes, you won't have to worry about it. It's nearly as much as someone who didn't stock up on these resources. So for the people who think, oh, I have 10 million Denny. Right now I have 660,000 Denny. For the people who have maybe 10 million, 20 million Denny, you're thinking, oh, that's more than enough. You're going to find out very quickly in the future when you're trying to build a lot of characters. That ain't shit. And you're going to burn through it so quickly. So please stock up on your resources. And speaking of building characters, that goes to the third mistake that a lot of people are going to make. But build one team at a time. I know right now at the beginning, you're going to look at your roster and you're going to tell yourself, oh, it's so cheap to level up all these characters. You know, I'm going to have my entire roster built. Well, it's going to come back to haunt you. Once you need to start max leveling these characters and taking their weapons all the way, upgrading their drive disk all the way, you're going to really regret not investing into one team at a time. So please trust me. I need you guys to trust me. Pick 3 characters that you want to build a solid team with. Build that team up first. Max out everything you possibly can. That's their skills, their level, their weapons. Max out everything as you can. And once you get one team solidly built, then you can come back and start working on the rest of your roster. But you need one team to get you to the end game. Because when the end game comes, having subpar built teams that are not going to do enough damage is gonna feel bad. Now for the 4th mistake that a lot of people are going to make. Do not waste ether batteries. And what are ether batteries? Well, it's the equivalent of condensed resin from Genshin Impact. If you click one of these, you're able to come down here and confirm, and however many you decide to use will give you 60 battery each. It is so much more worth it to save these for the future. Save them for the future on drive disk when you're finally able to farm for them efficiently, on future characters so you're able to get their stuff quicker. It's so much better to save these and use these when you need them. Stop using your ether batteries because you have them. Use them when you need them because they can be a lifesaver in the future. This game is not a race. This game will never be a race. Okay? It is a marathon, and I need you guys to take your time. And the final, and what I think is the biggest mistake someone can make for their account early on, is coming down to the signal shop and buying a W engine from the signal shop. I cannot express to you how much of a waste this is. Now, yes, you could potentially get a good mileage out of your W engine you buy from here, but for the average player, getting A rank constellations and getting premium pulls will forever be more valuable than getting a W engine, because pulls allow you to have a chance to get new characters that you love to play the game with, and getting constellations for A ranks that you like can make those A ranks perform even better. While W engines, guys, they're gonna release new weapons all the time. For the rest of this game's lifespan, they're going to release new weapons. And these being the standard 5-star weapons that they are, or in this case, S rank W engines, they're going to get power crept. Okay? Every single one of these S rank W engines are going to be power crept. It's gonna happen. And I can already guarantee you they're going to come out with future A rank W engines that just perform better than these. It has happened in Genshin, and it has definitely also happened in Honkai Star Rail. There's no reason it's not going to happen in Zenlesszonezero too. So please, I've already seen some people do this. It's just not worth it unless you're a whale. If you're not a whale, please do not buy S rank W engines. You'll get so much more value out of the premium currency for pulls and A rank constellations. So please, no W engines. And that's going to conclude the 5 mistakes that I see a lot of people are already making. I really hope that anyone who has watched this video has not already made these mistakes, especially some of the bigger ones that are really hard to come back from. If you don't make these mistakes, you're going to make your life significantly easier transitioning into the end game for Zenlesszonezero. But that's going to conclude today's content. Check out my Twitter if you haven't already at Keta7th. Join the Discord with our ever-growing community. And be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed today's content. And as always, my name is Keta7th. And with that, I'm signing out.